A very big welcome to you, my dear Virgo. So the sun today is in Scorpio and the moon in your sign. And Scorpio is the transformation, right? We see it. It's now the dark side of the year. And we're gonna see what is coming up for you. The Queen of Cups. Cancer, and Cancer is the fourth zodiac sign, and she is the big healer. And of course, what she heals are her emotions. Emotions are driving us in this dimension, and recognizing that in the young age, when our parents didn't know better, did maybe things to us, right? Things where we are recognizing, okay, they were conditioned to a certain level, that they were not able to release that conditioning and gave it back to us. So let's see what Cancer is wanting to say, because we're gonna look at her. And what I love about her is she has a beard. You see that? And it's really interesting. I'm gonna read to you why actually she has a beard. But first I'm gonna pick her card. Interesting. So she has a beard. The voice of the heart. So in the upper left corner, we see a little heart or a rose, which symbolizes the shadow as well as the product of exuberant imagination. What at first glance appears to be disheveled hair and two crutches turn out at closer look into arteries and veins. The central figure represents the heart itself, which is being nourished by the great blood vessels and from which all smaller arteries emerge. Here Dali has used elements of two famous paintings. The central figure was taken from the painting of Elizabeth of Austria by François Clouet, and her thin moustache was inspired by Marcel Duchamp's well-known persiflage of the Mona Lisa. With this unique composition, Dali emphasizes a crucial issue of this card. It is our task to find the common denominator in all our changing and conflicting emotions. You are challenged to overcome any half-heartedness in matters of your psyche. Openness and closedness, softness and hardness, female and male qualities are the two poles that make for an intact inner life, which results in spiritual autonomy and personal independence. And so what is coming is the young Queen of Cups, and of course Scorpio and Pisces. So here the pages are coming and saying, yes, this woman, right, she is literally recognizing that in a time where she was, right, that young person that I talked about, that the parents gave us their conditionings, right, and she's recognizing, she's liberating herself from that. But also the next young generation is coming, and she is there to help them to not make the same mistake that she made. And that's how we evolve, right? Those people who work on themselves, those people who really want to know why is their behavior the way it is, are the ones that are liberating themselves and helping the next generation not to even get into that kind of conditioning. And so you see really clearly, right? So Cancer and Scorpio, the depth of deeper emotions emerge, right? And then, of course, Pisces, like walking the talk, right? We're going out with this newfound understanding and we bring it out into the world is crucial to all of this, right? So we have 3 zodiac signs in here and the 4th zodiac sign, and that creates a 7. That's the crown that we place on our head. And so you hopefully place the crown on your head. So she is really empowered through looking deeper into her feelings. And so I want to look at the Cancer, which is ruled by the moon, and I want to pick a moon card because the moon is also in your sign, right? And we're gonna pick, I just wanted to pick up the German deck. I have always 2 decks, right? German and English. But okay, so the moon, beautiful. Is saying it's in your hands, right? In the hand, the universe is your partner. So if you work on yourself, you will have help also through Scorpio, which is right now the sun in Scorpio, and then of course Pisces, right? And you recognize that the light or the 5 fingers, right, the path of the human aspect in us is looking for a deeper connection to the soul aspect, because it's almost like here is the soul, right? We see the 5 elements, and the 5 elements is always that level of like, okay, here I am clearly understanding in the 5, I come to the 5th chakra, and then the next chakra is the 3rd eye. But we have a 31 here, calculated together is a 4, so we have a 4-4 portal, right? And in that 44, you recognize the creativity of how you opening your heart so that you can heal. And you have help, right, through the young generation. They show you, no, we don't want to live like you. You're old, right? It's almost like, yeah, you're old. And you were like, oh my God, I'm old, right? I was young at one point and I didn't know. And now that I know, it's like the young generation tells me I'm old. How degrading is that, right? So wake up and put a mustache on yourself. So the 44 and then here the 3. Now the zodiac signs inside, right? We have the Cancer, which is the 4th zodiac sign. Then we have Scorpio, which is the 8th zodiac sign. That makes a 12. And then we have actually Pisces, which is also a 12. 12 and 12 is 24. And the 24 then creates a 6. So inside here is a 6. Self-love comes through all these zodiac signs, and that 6 is important because it will help you to move here from the 5, the 5th chakra, right, that human aspect, that 5th element kind of aspect, into the 6, right, where here this light, this consciousness is at grasp, right, at your fingertips. And so I think you understand clearly what I'm saying here, right? It's like you wake up to your self-empowerment, you're using the young generation, you're inspiring the young generation, and the universe is partnering up with you and is bringing you here this clarity. And altogether, the 4 and the 4 is an 8. The 8 and the 3 is the 11. There is a portal in it for you to help you to achieve that and to understand how beautiful sometimes the universe functions, right? In all the chaos, in all the destruction, there's always the light. There's always the next generation that is helping you to find the rose or the heart. Wow, beautiful. I hope I see you in the next reading. That's when we get the sun in Sagittarius. Until then, I thank you so much for being with me. Namaste.